How many free apps are on your phone right now? I mean, social media, navigation, maybe an app to book a table for dinner. We use them all day, every day, and we never really think about it. But what if all that convenience has a hidden price tag? Okay, let's really get into this. It sounds a little paranoid, right? Is your dinner reservation spying on you? But as we're about to see, when you use a super simple app to book your next meal, you might be serving up a whole lot more than just your dinner order. You're basically handing over a detailed profile, all about you.
And this quote, well, it just nails it. This is from Terresa Payton, a former White House Chief Information Officer, and it really gets to the absolute heart of the matter. The idea is so simple but so powerful. If you're not paying with your money, you're probably paying with your data. You've become the product.
So, to see this in action, let's start with something we all do, booking a restaurant. We're going to look at a really popular app, OpenTable, and the honestly eye-opening amount of data it's compiling on all of its users. So what's so wild about this slide is just how detailed this profile gets. It goes way beyond just getting you a table. I mean, they're tracking what kind of wine you like, if you're the type to cancel at the last minute, where you like to sit, even how much you usually spend. They are literally building a digital dossier of your dining life, a profile that can be used to predict and, maybe even influence what you do next.
And here's the kicker. This isn't some deep, dark secret. It's right there, spelled out in their privacy policy. They say, very clearly, that your info is shared, not just to get you a table, but for the restaurant's own purposes, and that can include marketing. So the most important point is, you've already agreed to this, whether you realized it or not when you clicked accept. This really lays out the choice we're all making, a lot of times without even thinking about it. On one side, you've got the awesome convenience. Can't deny that. But on the other side is the cost. Your personal information being shared, used for marketing, and even sold. But what happens when the risk isn't just about getting an ad for a bottle of wine, but something much, much more dangerous?
All right, let's shift gears. We're going to escalate this from data sharing to something way more sinister. We're talking about straight-up data theft. And we're talking about malware that's disguised as something that's actually supposed to protect you.
This got so serious that Google itself had to sound the alarm. Yeah, they put out this urgent warning to millions of users about a major security threat involving fake virtual private networks, VPNs. And the irony is, a VPN is a tool that's supposed to keep your online life private.
So what are these things exactly? Well, think of them as impostor apps. They look legit, they feel legit, they copy well-known brands to trick you into thinking you're getting a tool to protect your privacy. But their real job is to get you to download malware right onto your phone or your computer.
And the malware these apps are carrying, it is seriously dangerous. We're talking about info stealers that are designed to just vacuum up all your personal data. Then you have remote access Trojans, they call them rats, that can literally give a hacker the keys to your entire device. And even banking Trojans, which are built for one reason and one reason only, to empty your financial account.
And according to Google's own Vice President of Trust and Safety, once these apps are on your device, they get right to work, exfiltrating, that's a fancy word for stealing, sensitive data, like your entire browsing history. So the very tool you downloaded for privacy becomes the very thing that destroys it.
Okay, I know. That is the scary part. It's a serious threat. But, and this is a big but, you are not helpless here. So let's flip this around. Let's move from the problem to the solution with a really clear, actionable defense plan. So before you even think about hitting install on anything, just do a little homework. First, check out the company. Where are they based? Some countries have way weaker privacy laws, and that can be a huge red flag. Second, and this is absolutely critical, only download from the official source, the company's real website or a legit app store like Apple's or Google's. And third, be so careful with ads on social media. That's one of the main ways these crooks get people.
But what if you're listening to this right now and you're getting that little knot in your stomach because you think, oh man, I might have already downloaded one of these things. Okay, first of all, don't panic. There are steps you can take right now to fix this. It's actually pretty straightforward. If you're on a Windows computer, go directly to Microsoft.com. Just search for their free malware and spyware removal tools. If you're an Apple user, go to Apple.com, head over to their help and support section, and they will walk you through the whole process. The key here is to go to the source, the official site, not some third party you've never heard of.
So, we've covered the data trade-off. We've covered the security threats. But to really wrap this all up, let's look at the final piece of the puzzle. Why do we fall for these tricks in the first place?
As Terresa Payton explains, this isn't really just about technology, it's about psychology.
Cybercriminals are basically expert marketers. They study our behavior, they know our triggers, and they can anticipate exactly what it'll take to get us to click on something, even when some part of our brain is screaming, "Don't do it."
And that really leaves us with one last thought. In this digital world we live in, every single click is a decision. The convenience is so tempting, the offers are designed to be compelling, but being aware of all this, that's your best defense. So the final question is, the next time you're about to click accept, who's really outsmarting who?